Hi everyone, it's Mark, and today we're going to watch a Hawaiian sovereign citizen at what appears to be a trial for a minor traffic infraction and for failure to appear. Let's roll the video.
Court is now back in session. Please be seated. Calling on page 4 of the current calendar, William Dennis.
Ashley Winley, Deputy Prosecuting Attorney for the State.
The disclaimant's knowledge of the facts is with the reporting at this time and location, with delivery of this message, with the peace and cooperation by this peaceful volition, period. The disclaimant's knowledge of the facts is with disclaimer standing by this microphone of the documentation with the continuation of the evidence by this peaceful volition, period. The disclaimant's knowledge of the facts is with avoidance of the boxes and the planes, with the fictitious courtroom by the holistic consciousness, period.
Why is he saying the punctuation? I've honestly never seen a sovereign citizen do this before.
For the claimant's knowledge of the duties is with avoidance of the perjury, with this participation by the correct sentence structure communication passe syntax grammar, period. For this claimant's knowledge of the duties is with the bringing of the light with this courtroom, period. For the Lucy is with the light, period. For the Pharaohs is with the bringing, period. For this postmaster's knowledge of the facts is with the calling of this judgment day, with this honoring by the arch-angel Lucifer, period. For this claimant's knowledge of the facts is with this claim of avoidance with the fictitious nom de jure dead entity of the William Dennis, with the fraud of the state corporate creation, with this correct porting by this claimant's authority command, period.
Wow, honestly, this might be one of the most hilarious sovereign citizens I have ever watched.
Can you arraign the defendant at this point, please?
Yes, Your Honor. The State of Hawaii charges on or about the 18th day of January 2017 in the County of Kauai, State of Hawaii, William Dennis did knowingly fail to appear in the court hearing in criminal number 5DTC-16-001414, thereby committing the offense of failure to appear in violation of Section 803-6 subsection E of the Hawaii Vice Statute.
All right, Mr. Dennis had previously entered a not guilty plea to the charge.
Objection.
Read to him again.
Objection. For my knowledge is the claim of no plea. There is no
court
guidance
entered
given.
a not guilty plea on your behalf. All right, the state can call its first witness.
Your Honor, the State calls Officer Cynthia Ryder.
Mr. Dennis, you can have a seat or you can remain standing if you choose.
My knowledge is with this claim of standing in the truth.
Ms. Oiley has a copy of the exhibit list, witness list, and exhibits been provided to Mr. Dennis.
Yes, it has, Your Honor. Yeah, he does have it.
Please tell me swear to confirm the testimony you might present.
Choice is outside.
I do. On the seat, please state your name and where you come from.
Officer Cynthia Ryder, Hawaii Police Department. What else?
Okay. Your Honor, okay. Good afternoon, officer. Could you please state your occupation for the court?
Police officer, Kauai Police Department.
And how long have you been in that capacity?
At Kauai for 2 years, 2 months.
And on the date of December 13, 2016, at approximately 2:45 p.m., were you on duty and in uniform?
Yes.
On that date, did you issue a citation to an individual known as Mr. William Dennis?
I did.
And do you see Mr. Dennis in the courtroom today?
I do.
And could you please point him out and describe an article of clothing he's wearing?
He's standing there at the defense table with a blue robe and a white cover on his head.
Okay. And, Your Honor, may the record reflect the identification of the defendant by the witness?
Record also reflect identification of the defendant by this witness.
And, officer, what did you cite Mr. Dennis for on December 13, 2016?
several citations.
Okay. And on the citation, did you write a court appearance date?
I did.
Do you recall what date you gave?
I believe it was January 18th, no, 18th of 17.
Okay, thank you. And did you fill out the citation in Mr. Dennis's presence?
Yes.
Okay. And officer, did you cite? Do you recall what you cited Mr. Dennis for on the DTC?
Driving without a license.
Thank you. And after completing the citation form, did you request that Mr. Dennis sign it?
I did.
Did Mr. Dennis sign it?
No.
He refused to sign it.
Exactly.
After filling it out, did you give Mr. Dennis a copy of the citation
Yes, and a court date.
and a court date? And you verbally informed him of the court date?
Yes.
Your Honor, may I approach to show the witness what has been marked as Exhibit 1?
You may. And again, Mr. Dennis has a copy of that.
Yes. If not, I can give Mr. Dennis.
Mr. Dennis, do you need a copy of it?
Mr. Dennis. And officer, could you please look at what I've given to you as Exhibit 1 and tell us what it is?
It's a traffic court citation for Mr. Dennis driving without a license.
Do you recognize it?
I do.
What is it? Is it the one that you wrote?
It is.
And how do you know that?
My handwriting, my signature.
And is it an accurate copy of the one that you handed to Mr. Dennis?
It is.
And does it accurately depict, does it accurately state the date of the hearing?
Yes.
And it states it as January 18, 2017?
At 9:30, yes.
Thank you. Your Honor, at this time the state requests to move Exhibit P1 into evidence.
Mr. Dennis, any objection to item P1 being admitted into evidence?
Objection for this claimant's knowledge of the facts is with the claim of avoidance with this fictitious non de jure dead entity of the William Dennis with the fraud of the state corporate creation with this correct porting by this claimant's authority command period. For my knowledge is with the claim of several violations. For my knowledge is with the claim of one violation. And for my knowledge it is with the claim of driving under suspension. For my knowledge is that claim was dismissed with prejudice. For my knowledge is I was not driving with a suspended license.
Over objection, P2 will be admitted into evidence.
Oh, Your Honor, it is P1.
P1.
I believe the exhibit list has it incorrectly stated as P2. It should be P1. I'm sorry. And officer, did everything you testified today occur in the state of Hawaii, County of Kauai?
Yes.
Thank you. No further questions, Your Honor.
Mr. Dennis, this is your opportunity to question the officer.
Yes.
Do you have any questions you would like to...
First, for this claimant's knowledge of the facts is with the claim of the prosecutor's participation with the perjury of the past time and future time and sentence structure with the usage of an adverb verb modification syntax with the void of a correct now time factual statement with the salvage document by the evidence period. For this claimant's knowledge of the factual contract is with the claim of the correct docking of these quo warranto complaint vessels with the office of the prosecutor with the date of tilde August 8 2016 tilde December 20th 2016 tilde January 10th 2017 and March 10th 2017 with this complete mail livery by this logbook documentation evidence period.
What the hell was that? The judge asked you if you had any questions for the witness, and if there was a question in that rambling, nobody understood it.
I'm gonna need that action, District Justice.
Mr. Dennis, I don't believe that was a question. Did you understand that to be a question, Mr.
The
Dennis?
disclaimant type and knowledge of the
strike the
facts
last
is with
question.
avoidance of this witness.
I want to strike the last question as not being a question, being vague and confusing, but I'll let you try again. So,
My knowledge is with the correct participation in correct sentence structure, passe, syntax, grammar. With disclaimants hyphen knowledge of the facts is with avoidance of this witness, by the avoidance of the boxes of the planes, and the hyphen oath, with the usage of an adverb hyphen verb hyphen modification hyphen syntax, with the documentation, by the correct hyphen sentence hyphen structure, hyphen communication hyphen passe hyphen syntax hyphen grammar, period.
And, Your Honor, State would object on the grounds that the question is overly vague.
I don't even know if it is a question, it's more of a statement, so I'll sustain.
I just want to say that everyone in that courtroom is doing a great job at remaining professional. If I was there, I would have bursted out laughing a long time ago.
My knowledge is with the claim of the quo warrantos and the proper documentation with the Office of the Prosecution with a correct contract with the Chief Prosecutor Justin Colon. Period.
We will note that for the record. Mr. Dennis, would you like to try and ask her, the officer, any other questions? All right, I understand that to be a statement. No questions based on no crime being committed is what I believe you are saying. So, Officer Reader, you can step down at this point. No further questions. State can call its next witness.
Yes, Your Honor, and the next witness State would call is the District Court Clerk, Jocelyn Soltran.
You solemnly swear to affirm that the testimony about to present will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but
Yes.
state your name and work address.
My name is Jocelyn Soltran. My work address is 3970 Kamakami Street, Leyte, Hawaii, 96766.
Good afternoon, Ms. Soltran.
Good afternoon.
Could you please state your occupation for the court?
I'm a court clerk.
And you work for the State Judiciary.
That's correct.
And how long have you been working at the Judiciary?
10 years.
And what do you do?
We do a very wide range of duties. We consider this court clerks, but we work the window, we do calendaring, we do videography, we do court clerk.
Thank you. And among these duties as a clerk, are you also custodian of the criminal records for the District Court of the Fifth Circuit of the State of Hawaii?
Yes,
Are court proceedings in the District Court of the Fifth Circuit of the State of Hawaii video recorded?
yes it is.
Are you a custodian of such video records?
Yes,
Are you here today in response to a subpoena?
yes,
And pursuant to subpoena, were you asked to prepare a video recording for case number 5DTC-16-001414 on the date of January 18, 2017.
that's correct.
Did you prepare the video recording?
Yes, I
Are the video recordings of the court proceedings made in the normal and ordinary course of practice for the District Court of the Fifth Circuit of the State of Hawaii?
did. Yes.
What happens to these recordings after they are recorded?
After they're recorded, they're actually placed in a file where we have all the recordings.
Okay. And how long are these recordings kept?
Oh, as long as I've been here.
Okay. And keeping the video recordings, is that part of the normal and ordinary course of practice for the District Court of the Fifth Circuit of the State of Hawaii?
Yes, it is.
And what procedures did you follow in preparing the video recording that was requested for today?
Well, basically, we go on the intraweb and actually look up the actual case itself, on the date itself. And we go ahead and view the recordings and pull out what recording that was requested, and then we'll burn it on a CD.
Okay, thank you. And Your Honor, at this time, the state is asking to approach the witness and show what has been marked as State's Exhibit P2.
All right, show it to Mr. Dennis first.
And Ms. Siltran, can you please examine what has been handed to you as State's Exhibit P2?
Okay.
Do you recognize it?
Yes, I do.
Can you identify it? What are you looking at?
I'm looking at a CD recording of January 18, 2017, the State versus William Dennis. Case number 5DTC 16-1414.
Okay. And is that the one that you prepared for
Yes,
this
I did.
course? And how do you know?
It's my handwriting, I know.
Very good. And will this recording is a true and accurate recording of the proceeding that occurred on January 18, 2017?
Yes,
And is this video recording labeled as Exhibit 2 a true and accurate recording of the video proceedings, the video records kept in the regular course of business by the District Court of the Fifth Circuit of the State of Hawaii?
yes.
Your Honor, the state is asking to play the video recording. Oh, sorry. Your Honor, the state first moves to move this exhibit into evidence.
Mr. Dennis, do you have any objection to item P2?
For this claimant's hyphen knowledge of the facts is with this claim of avoidance with the fictitious hyphen nom de jure hyphen dead hyphen entity of the William Dennis, with the fraud of the state hyphen corporate hyphen creation, with this correct hyphen porting by this claimant's hyphen authority hyphen command, period.
All right, over objection, P2 will be admitted into evidence.
Your Honor, permission to approach the witness to collect the exhibit. Your Honor, at this time, the state is requesting permission to play the video of the recording and project it onto that whiteboard.
All right, go ahead.
So now the prosecution is going to play a video that shows the defendant failed to appear at a previous court date.
William Dennis. Mr. Dennis, present.
The state does not see Mr. Dennis in the courtroom, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Dennis was given a citation in order to appear, or citation with a court date of today's date. Mr. Dennis is not present. We're going to issue a bench warrant for his failure to appear pursuant to Section 803-6E of the Hawaii statutes. Bail set in the amount of $500. Status on the bench warrant January 23rd, 2018 at 8:30 a.m.
Could the state also get a license stopper, Your Honor?
License stopper will be imposed.
Thank you. Okay. And going back to the question, Ms. Siltran, does that video accurately reflect the occurrence, the events that happened on January 18, 2017?
Yes.
Your Honor, the state made the record reflect that the state has shown a video recording from January 18, 2017 in case number 5DTC-16-001414, and that the video recording illustrates the proceedings and shows that Mr. William Dennis did not appear at the proceedings on that day.
The video speaks for itself. The witness has identified what it is.
Okay, thank you.
I'm not going to make a finding like that.
Okay, thank you. And Ms. Siltran, did everything you testified today occur in the state of Hawaii, county of Hawaii?
Yes.
Thank you. No further
Or
questions.
can you turn that off?
Yes.
It's a little distracting.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Dennis, this is your opportunity to question this witness.
Let's see if Mr. Dennis will actually ask a question this time.
Good afternoon. Belief system is of a different structure by my God of many names. For this claimant's knowledge of the facts is with the claim of the prosecutor's participation of the perjury of the past time and future time sentence structure with the usage of an adverb verb modification syntax with a void of a correct now time factual statement with the salvage document by the evidence, period. For my knowledge of the facts is with avoidance of this witness.
Objection, Your Honor. It appears that it sounded like a statement and it was overly vague if it was a question.
Ms. Soltran, do you understand any part of that your question to you?
No.
I'm going to grant or sustain the objection. Mr. Dennis, it's vague and confusing, and it would probably be more helpful if you could break it up into sections, small pieces at a time, that if it is a question, the witness would be able to understand and answer. So I'll let you try again.
Yeah, for my knowledge, crime has been committed.
All right, thank you. Ms. Soltran, you are excused. There be no questions.
Yeah. For the excuse. Okay.
Thank you.
Your Honor,
Any further?
no. The state has no further witnesses.
All right, the state has rested. Mr. Dennis, this is your opportunity to present your evidence. You can call witnesses, or you can testify on your own behalf, or you can choose not to testify. Do you have any witnesses you would like to call?
I'm sure his argument will be good and well thought out.
For my claim was with a statement by my God of many names. My knowledge is with the claim of the charge of my driving with a suspended license, of being dismissed with prejudice, is with the lack of my requirement of attending the court's presence, for my knowledge. For my knowledge is with the factual contract, with the claim of the correct docking of my quo warranto complaint vessels with the office of the prosecutor, with the date of all these offenses, beginning with the date of tilde August -8 2016, tilde December -20th 2016, tilde January -10th 2017, and March -10th 2017, with this complete mail livery by this logbook documentation evidence, period.
Mr. Dennis, I'm not sure I followed that. I do want to advise you again of your constitutional right regarding testifying. As I discussed with you before the start of the trial, you have a constitutional right to testify in your own defense. It is your decision, and no one can prevent you from testifying should you choose to do so. If you do decide to testify, the prosecutor will be allowed to cross-examine you. You also have a constitutional right not to testify and to remain silent. If you choose not to testify, the court cannot hold your silence against you in deciding your case. Is it your intent to testify or not to testify? And if you are going to testify, I would ask you to come up to the witness stand and you'll be sworn in so that you can provide sworn testimony.
My knowledge is with the claim of protecting of my constitutional rights of the First Amendment, of the Sixth Amendment and of previous Supreme Court rulings of driving as a right, for I am not participating in commerce or trade. I am a private minister with the servicing of my community of food, clothing, shelter, medicine, knowledge. I have committed no crime.
Mr. Dennis, I just want to make sure I'm clear. If you do want to testify, I have advised you to come to the witness stand. You made a statement to the court. Is it your decision not to testify?
For this claimant's knowledge of the duties as a postmaster, with the bringing of the light with this courtroom, period. For the Lucy is with the light, period. For the Pharaohs is with the bringing, period. For this postmaster's knowledge of the facts, with this calling of the judgment day, with this honoring by the arch-angel Lucifer, period. Respect for you as a person of my equal standing.
All right, I don't know if that was an answer or not. So I will, if you want to testify, I will allow you to come to the stand and testify. If you don't come forward to the stand, then I will take it to mean that you do not intend to testify.
For my knowledge is a claim of no crime being committed.
I do believe I understand that to indicate that you do not intend to testify. You don't believe it is necessary, as well as by your not coming to the witness stand, your actions indicate you do not intend to testify. Do you have any witnesses that you want to present? It is your opportunity to call any witnesses you want to testify at this point on your behalf.
This judge has a lot of patience. Kudos to him for putting up with this nonsense.
For my knowledge, with the claim is with my God being the only witness of authority, and I stand by my God of many names.
All right, thank you. I will take that as an indication that you do not intend to call any other witnesses. And the defense, is it your intention to rest your case at this point?
For my knowledge is a claim of no case. For my knowledge is with the participation in correct sentence structure, passe, syntax, grammar.
All right, I believe the defense is rested. Miss Wenoli, there really was not any evidence taken on behalf of the defense, so I don't believe there's an opportunity for rebuttal. So at this point, the evidence is completed, and I'll take argument.
Your Honor, based on the evidence and the testimony submitted today, it is clear that Mr. William Dennis was stopped, and that he did receive a citation, which indicated the hearing date for the arraignment. And furthermore, the evidence does show that on the date of the arraignment, on January 18, 2017, Mr. Dennis did not appear on that date. Therefore, he committed failure to appear pursuant to 803-6E, subsection E.
Mr. Dennis, this is your opportunity to make closing argument. You may proceed.
My knowledge is with the serving of 11 days of incarceration against my will, where I was found guilty. My education of knowing that the system now proves you guilty before being proven innocent, where it used to be innocent until proven guilty. I think that was cruel and unusual punishment for my being, who has never committed a crime in his entire life in this state or any other country in the world. And the fact that I always appear before the judge or the system for any criminal charges, except for this oversight of this time, and with the belief that in my world, in my system, an understanding of the Constitution and the law, that I have committed no crime.
Any rebuttal argument?
None, Your Honor.
All right, court is going to make the following findings based on the evidence presented. On December 13, 2016, Mr. Dennis was given a citation by Officer Reeder. The citation instructed Mr. Dennis to appear in court on January 18th, 2017 at 9:30. He was given a written copy of it, as well as Officer Reeder verbally advised him of the court date of January 18th, 2017 at 9:30 a.m. On that particular court date, Mr. Dennis did not appear, as was indicated by the proceedings for that day. So the state is court's finding that the state has proved all of the material elements of the offense beyond a reasonable doubt, and that on January 18th, 2017, in the County of Hawaii, State of Hawaii, William Dennis did knowingly fail to appear at a court hearing in case 5DTC 16-001414, thereby committing the offense of failure to appear in violation of Section 803-0006E of the 803-6E of the Hawaii Revised Statutes. Sentencing.
Your Honor, the state was asking for 50 hours community service, along with credit for time served.
Mr. Dennis, is there anything you want to say before sentencing?
For my knowledge is my entire life is community service. That is what I do. I feed people, I clothe people, I bring people to health, I'm a counselor, I'm a coach, I'm a mentor, I'm all these things. So all you're asking me to do is do what I normally do. And I've committed no crime.
Mr. Dennis, that commendable and admirable if that's what you do. Court's going to impose the following sentence. I note that an order pertaining to bail appears, I believe it was served on the defendant on February 15th. The warrant and an order was served, and then he was in custody until March 1st.
The state has a BBRA indicating that he was released on February 24th with instructions to return on the court date, which is March 16, 2017.
And when was he put into custody?
He was put into custody according to our OBTS. State has it as February 14.
All right. Court's going to order the following. Going to order that you be confined in jail for 2 days with credit for time served. There's a $30 mandatory criminal injury fee. If the $30 fee is not paid within 90 days, please refer to a collection agency. So you've already served the jail time, Mr. Dennis. There's just the $30 fee outstanding. Any questions?
Well,
thank you. All right.
Everything we just watched for the last 33 minutes, and all he got was a $30 fine. Granted, Mr. Dennis already spent time in jail. He's lucky, in my opinion, that he didn't get a larger penalty, like more jail time, or a larger fine. That's gonna do it for today's video. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.